Hello everyone and welcome to MasterClass, a unique conversation between young filmmakers from around the world and an established storyteller, brought to you by the Ghetto Film School and Google+. My name is Gloria Alvarez. I'm a Ghetto Film School alumna and I'll be moderating today's conversation. For this sixth installment of the GFS MasterClass, we are so proud to have a filmmaker and actress that really took a location, a borough from New York City, and transformed it into an entirely standalone character for her film. And that is Paola Mendoza, who is joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us, Paola.
Ooh, thank you, thank you. That's a big responsibility to be invited to MasterClass, so I hope I live up to the hype. But
Oh my God, absolutely.
you know, everyone tells movies for different reasons. Every one of you here, all of you 7 here, need to know why you make movies. And you need to know why you make movies because making movies is really, really hard. Doing it professionally, doing it even on the side is extraordinarily hard. And the only way that you continue to move forward when you are filled with rejection, when everyone is telling you no, when you can't find money, when you can't find your location, when your actor just left, when all hell breaks loose, is to tap back into the reason as to why you make movies, why you are willing to live through this hell in order to tell these stories. And for me, it's very simple. For me, I came from, the stories that I need to tell come from a place of responsibility. I personally, and I don't knock those that do, but I personally don't tell stories just to entertain because I don't have that privilege. I came from an immigrant background. I came from a single mom. I went through a lot growing up. I've been through a lot to be able to get here. I was the first woman in my family to graduate from college and get my master's. So with that, for me personally, there's a responsibility to tell stories of the people that are around me, the people that I grew up with, that are inspiring, that informed me, that taught me to be the person that I am, and for whatever reasons, cannot have their stories told to a larger audience. So I take that responsibility and I try and tell those stories. So this is what I would say, and this is to everyone that's telling a traditional narrative story. The idea that, just to make sure, even if it's 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, your characters have to have an arc. They have to learn something along the way that changes them, right? So because if I want something at the beginning of the story, I either get it or I don't get it in the story, and how does that change me? How does that make me different? Because as an audience member, and this is again very traditional, so as an audience member, I want to see someone go through something and change at the end. Because if you start the same way that you did at the beginning of the movie, then why did I spend 2 minutes and 20 seconds with you? Why did I spend 2 hours with you?
So for everyone watching at home, before our students come into the masterclass, all of them have to complete a creative assignment. Now for this specific class, location is character, all of our students had to go out and explore their cities, explore their grandparents' cities, just explore everything that's around them and find one location that truly inspires them and that makes them want to write a particular type of story. So after that, our students took 4 pictures of their chosen locations, and then they went ahead and wrote a story concept, which they will be presenting to us today. Let's go to Georgia. Darius Morgan.
This first picture is actually, this is the actor, the protagonist. He's right beside this hole in the house. The house is beautiful, but it's very old, and part of it's knocked down. And it kind of goes to show, like, just the nature, like how the world kind of moved on without this house, but it's still standing despite all the damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the second picture is, I just kind of want to show the area is still a working farm around that surrounding the house. And this is the time of day I wanted to capture it because it's very eerie but still mysterious. And during stormy weather in the south, like it like colors pop, as you can see. Like the greens are like very, like, they're not very dull. It's very lush and nice under the overcast.
Whatever you can do, and you have this, of course, but think about it just visually as well. Whatever you can do that reads, that tells the audience about the South, right? So it's very particular to the South. So focus in on those things. Is it, a cross on a door? Is it a Bible here? Is it a Bible there? Just, and obviously you know about the South more than I do. So what else can you give to us, the audience, that explicitly tells us that we're in the South, without having to hear someone talk, without having to tell someone that we're in the South. Just challenge yourself visually to do that. All of you have to know, if I ask you what's your conflict, you have to say, my conflict is blah, 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 right? My conflict is this, not, I think it might be possibly this, 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 this. If you explain your conflict in 3 sentences, you don't know where your conflict is, and then your story is not going to be very clear. So that's 1. And then 2, again, I would say, when you're dealing with 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I wouldn't go over possibly 2 flashbacks, 2 people, because you're dealing with such a little bit amount of time. We as your audience have to know who your characters are, and somehow we have to care about them in that small amount of time. If you could do it in 1 character, even better, but I'm not sure if that's the story that you want to tell. So 2 characters, 3 is pushing it, but possibly, if you're brilliant, and I'm sure you're brilliant.
And with that, our class has come to an end. I want to say thank you so much, Paola, for taking time of your very busy schedule to do this. I speak for myself and for all of the students. Thank you so much for your feedback and for your awesome ideas. Guys, please join me in giving Paola a round of virtual applause. Virtual applause.
And to you too. I can't wait to see the films.
Awesome. So with that, our class comes to an end. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this latest edition of the GFS MasterClass. And if you want to find out more information on how you can be one of these awesome students joining us for a masterclass, go to ghettofilm.org. Thank you, and see you next class. Bye-bye.